Imagine waking up one morning with absolutely nothing. Debt is crushing you, and your children are about to be taken as slaves. Your house is empty, and all you have left is a small jar of oil. What would you do? This isn't the beginning of a movie. This is a real story from the Bible. One of desperation, but also one of hope. In 2 Kings chapter 4, a widow turns to the prophet Elisha in desperation. Then, go into your house with your sons, shut the door, and start pouring the oil into the jars. She shuts the door, and she starts pouring, and the oil keeps flowing. One jar fills, then another, then another. The oil only stops when the very last jar is filled. Her husband had served the Lord, but he died, and now the creditors are coming to take her 2 sons to pay off the debt. She's broken, afraid, and out of options. Elisha doesn't panic. He doesn't offer money or pity. He asked, "What do you already have?" He didn't focus on the woman's limitations. He focused on the potential in what she still had. A small jar of oil. The miracle didn't come from wealth. It came from obedience. Because she trusted. She didn't know the outcome, but she followed the instruction. And God was faithful. He simply asks her, "What do you have in your house?" Her answer is honest and heartbreaking. Nothing, except a small jar of oil. And that's where the miracle begins. Elisha tells her to go and borrow as many empty jars as she can from her neighbors. She runs back to Elisha, amazed, and he tells her, "Sell the oil, pay your debt, and live off the rest with your sons." A skill, a relationship, an idea, an opportunity. It might seem small, but maybe that's exactly what God wants to use to change everything. This story is not just about survival. It's about the overwhelming grace and provision of God. From lack came abundance. From emptiness came blessing. But God doesn't move based on our limits. He moves based on His power and love. God didn't ask, "What do you wish you had?" So many of us feel the same way. We feel we're not enough time, not enough money, not enough strength or faith. So here is the real question. What is the small jar of oil in your life that God wants to bless? What would you say if God asked you right now, "What do you have in your house? What's in your heart?"